So AI is a really broad field and it's got loads of layers and loads of levels. And that's kind of like an onion. And when you peel it, you get machine learning. And that's the science of teaching computers to recognize patterns and make predictions from that data. And machine learning is really useful because instead of programming every step, we give the system examples and it learns the rules itself. You can think of it like you're teaching a child to recognize an animal. How would you do that? You'd probably show the child enough pictures of a, let's call it a cat, I like cats, or a dog, and they start to spot the differences. Maybe it's the ears, it's the shape of the nose, or maybe it's the behavior. Machine learning does the same thing, but its classroom is made of data. Now, imagine a supermarket training an AI to spot a ripe apple. Engineers feed it thousands of images of apples in various states and various types, ripe, unripe, red, green, Granny Smith, Bramley. And the system will then recognize what ripe looks like. The engineers have to tell it what ripe is as well. But once trained, it can identify new variants of apples it's never seen before. So the engineer can then introduce like a Cox's apple and it will be recognized as an apple. Now, the same principle drives so much of what we use today. And I'm thinking of examples like detecting fraud or protecting energy demands. Even improving healthcare and translating languages, which you can do in real time now, embedded in glasses like these. Now, the higher quality the data is, the smarter the system becomes. If you feed in rubbish, you're going to get rubbish out. But if the data is equally biased or is incomplete, the system can learn the wrong things. And you can think of that like a student studying from a set of incomplete or poor notes. It's not going to do too well. So that's why human oversight and ethical design is crucial. Machine learning doesn't understand fairness, doesn't understand emotion or intent, but we do. So our role has to be to guide it. We have to make sure that the systems are built to reflect our values and not just the data. So when you see an AI making a really smart decision, remember, behind it is a machine that learned from examples and people who decided what the examples should be. Now, I'm Roy Thomas, and this is The Human Code.